Hello, lovely people of the internet. 'Tis I, Ophelia Hartwig, aka Savage Minnow. I don't have my thing today because I'm trying something new. We shall see how it goes. We are going to be talking about the Amberverse today. Leah Harris made a good comment as we were getting started here. Feels like no one is really talking about Amber right now. What happened to all the reaction channels? Is the tea just too weak to hold attention now? I think some of it is that the tea is too weak, right? Some of it is that like Amberlynn is actually like doing some of the things that she said that she was going to do. So there's like not that much to talk about as far as like accountability there because she is kind of seemingly taking accountability. I was going to bring up her what I ate in a day video recently, not so much to go talk about nutrition and stuff, but just because it does seem like she is maybe doing some things on her own now. And part of the reason why I think that is because of, well, here's one example is so I also happen to have these mugs from Hunt a Killer. Um, I think they're really cute. It says detective juice. I don't know if it'll do that. But and then on the other side it says Hunt a Killer. Now you'll notice that I'm wiping it off for you to read because these are Moscow Mule cups. These are for like mixed drinks. And they're not double walled. They're just like 10 cups that have like a copper on the outside. I don't think it's actually 10. I think it's probably stainless steel. I use mine for Diet Coke. I use it for cold beverages where I can put ice in it. That's it, because it doesn't hold. Like if I put coffee in it, the coffee is cold. But this also, I think this leads credence to my belief that Amberlynn has a condition that I jokingly condition that I also have. Okay. And that condition is what I refer to as baby mouth. Which means for me, anything that's like sour, I think Amberlynn also has the sour version of baby mouth, but I also can't do anything spicy. I don't think she has the spicy version, but I think she does have like the hot version, which it took me a long time to learn how to drink hot coffee, but you have to drink it in like an actual like mug for it to stay like warm the whole time. So, but I think she's learning. She's learning about coffee, which feel like does kind of help curb the appetite sometimes. So, I feel like she's making baby steps. I feel like whenever I watch her, it's like her mannerisms and like the way that she's like, I gave her $2,600 or like the way that she kind of like rolls her eyes and stuff. It just it upsets me. It upsets me. Hello, Simos. Hello, Anananon. We need the descendants of King George III to bring forth the tea. I mean, there isn't that much tea. We'd have to go really kind of digging for tea. Now, here's the thing. As far as with Amber, there's not that much tea. I feel like the tea with Amber is that she's like, I gave Becky $2,600 and we're hearing from Becky in the comment section that she didn't see any of that money. Now, I'm going to give you like my little rundown of what I think happened. This is just like my personal thoughts on it. This is just like based on what I saw, but it's all speculation. Okay. So I think that basically Amberlynn kept Becky from working when they lived together. I think that like that's somewhat evident by the fact that she like once she was like, okay, I'm getting out of here, then she started working. She was kind of doing like side projects and stuff, but I feel like Amberlynn really didn't let her work outside the house. Now, I did watch a video, I think it was Young Dumb Honeybun's live stream, I think it was, recently, where she kind of like brought up some things that I disagree with, but I don't want to like attack Young Dumb Honeybun on this because I feel like she kind of says some things that a lot of people are feeling, and like that she's like, oh well, like Becky wasn't held hostage, and like she could have been working outside the house. We don't actually know. that Becky wasn't held hostage. We know that like Amberlyn highly manipulated her, even in the breakup. Like they like slept in the same bed for a while because like Amberlyn guilted her into sleeping in the same bed. We know that like Amberlyn has guilted her before about like you have to like go out and get me food and stuff like that when she really didn't want to, and it like turned into like a hissy fit. And Becky just gave in because she didn't want to deal with it. So we know that like Amberlyn has been manipulative in the past. And I feel like with this, Amberlyn she holds the cards with the money, right? Um, Pammy Poodle says, I'm here, but I'll be groomy. Okay. Good to see you. Well, yeah, you can just tell it to the dog, or, we'll talk about Amberlyn and Becky more after a while. Even my mom sometimes wants to talk about it on Friday. But yeah, I feel like Amberlyn was like, she was the one holding the money, right? So she's saying, oh, well, I gave Becky $2,600 a month for like doing the live streams, but like she gave her the money. Now, Becky's saying that she didn't see any of the money. And I'm wondering if it isn't like oh yeah, you can have $2,600 and then like, here's like the credit card on my account and like charge it out of the account or whatever. Plus she's taking money out for bills, right? And there's another thing that like Young Dumb Honey Bun was like, oh, well, how much is rent in Lexington or in Kentucky is what she said. And she looked up like for the zip code of the PO box, which mind you, a lot of times people will get a PO box in an area that is maybe not necessarily the area that they live in because they don't want people to know exactly where they live, right? So we don't necessarily know that that was the exact zip code that they were living in. I personally think with Amberlyn and like the way that she is spending $600 on freaking Legos and shit like that, I think that she probably lives in, there's like 3 luxury apartment complexes in Lexington that all start at like, I think it's like 1,200 for like a 2-bedroom, right? I looked it up. It's like they're friggin' expensive. Lexington is a lot cheaper than a lot of other places, but it's not like living in the sticks, right? It's not as cheap as living in the sticks. Plus, we don't know how many other expenses that Amberlyn added into that phone, utilities. We don't know if they had like separate gas. Sometimes apartment complexes are going to charge you for refuse to take care of the trash. Sometimes they charge you another fee for if you have a garage there. Plus, we know that they had storage outside of their apartment, that they had a storage unit. So we don't really know. Okay, yeah, like she listed off like Netflix and stuff, but like we don't really know what Becky's bills are. Plus, on top of that, also, um, we know that like when Becky came into this relationship, she had a car that was okay, maybe it was a clanker or whatever, but it was a running, functioning car that she had paid off, that she traded in on this car, that Amberlyn was supposedly going to buy her this car, but she's still making payments on it. And now Becky, not Amberlyn, Becky owes thousands of dollars on this car. Plus, if you're not familiar with like the way that car insurance works in the US, very frequently, if you owe money on the car, you have to get more expensive car insurance. Also, if you have licensed drivers that live in the house with you, a lot of times in a lot of places, you have to like basically pay for insurance for any licensed driver that lives in the house with you. So moving from a house with Amber, where Amber wasn't even licensed driver, she's only paying for one person. Plus, Amber's probably paying for the insurance. Plus, then she's got to move out. She's still got to keep full coverage. Okay. She can't just get like liability coverage, which is the cheap coverage, because she's still making payments on the car. Her previous car was paid off. She could have just had liability insurance on the previous car. But now with this car that she's making payments on, in order to keep the lease, she has to keep full coverage on the car, which is going to be more expensive. And now we have at least one other driver in the household that she has to pay for to be on the insurance also. Yes, I agree. I agree, Leah. The car was a way to keep Becky as dependent on her as possible. Yes. Yeah. And And absolutely, I do think that Amberlynn depended on Becky, but I think that that was like why this turned into a power play manipulation thing to start with. And I apologize. I see in the viewfinder that like my eyes are a little bit blown out on this. It's because my eyes are very similar color to my screen behind me. So my apologies on that. I know it looks a little wild. I'm gonna switch to like a reaction screen here in a minute. So I think it'll be a little bit less noticeable. But yeah, so I'm thinking like in my mind, it's like Amberlynn basically kept Becky from working, kept her friggin' in the house because she freaking depended on her. And then when Becky said, I'm done, Amberlynn was like, okay, well, you owe on the car. You have half the bills, blah, 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 blah. And Becky was like, okay, yeah, but like that's because I take care of you. So there was this back and forth where Amberlynn was like, probably like, I don't need you. And then like Becky was like, okay, fine, bye. And then Amberlynn was like, oh, wait, no, I do need you. So maybe like, I'll pay you to do the live streams, right? And I think that like Becky was like, okay, fine, like I'll like save up enough money to like, you know, get my own place or whatever. And then like basically Amberlynn just drove her up the wall. She brought in a new girlfriend. She like probably nickel and dimed her on expenses. She's shit talking her and freaking live streams, and finally like Becky's just like, fuck it, I'm done. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like that's just kind of like my thoughts on it. Also, it seems like the timing on it with the car thing. And this is I'm getting back to like the whole car like GoFundMe scam thing. Again, I don't think that like Becky's response to this was great, but I think I kind of understand where she was coming from. I just wish that she would have been a little bit more forthcoming or a little bit more not even necessarily forthcoming because I feel like with Amber she like really couldn't say how she felt, right? But I wish that she would have been a little bit more compassionate towards her audience, maybe. But it seems like around this time that she was like, I'm done, her car was also like, I'm done, right? Um, sorry, I was getting sidetracked there. Um, but I think that Becky and the car were both kind of done at the same time. And so Becky puts up this GoFundMe, hey, can you help me out with the car? Because in her mind, if we can get the car fixed, then we can get a job, we can do Uber Eats, we can do all this other stuff, and then bills are taken care of. But I think part of the way through this, she realizes that like that might not take care of it all. Now, fast forward, the car is taken care of, like the car has been fixed. But like there was this whole like, did Becky use some of that money to pay up bills? And I think that she probably did because I think that she's like, oh, she realizes that like it's not just going to be like one thing with the car. It's not like, oh, okay, I just go and get it fixed, right? And Amberlynn's like, you still owe me for the phone. You still owe me for Netflix, and this, that, and the other. Plus, like, moving expenses are not fucking cheap, people. Like, just like I remember when I rented a go or what's it called? The big truck, U-Haul, and it was like I it was thousands. It was thousands. Now, granted, I like went a lot further than her, but like a lot of that is like it's just by the day, and like we drove straight through. It's like, and sometimes when you're moving to like a place that's like just across town, it takes freaking longer. I know, like from my last place, it took like 10 times as long than moving across the country. When you move across the country, you just like put it all in and you go. When it's like just across town, you're like do 15,000 fucking trips. And mind you, her car was in the shop, right? I don't know what the mileage is on the car, but I do know that it's been having shocks and suspension issues for years. It's not that old of a car, but Amberlynn, who was the person that she was driving around in it all the time, weighs over 500 pounds. And I think it's like a Toyota Corolla or some shit. Like, that's like, it's been having issues, like, with just like overdoing the weight limit on it, really. And that's no offense to Amberlynn and her weight. It's just like that puts more wear on a vehicle. Sorry, that was the response to Holy Spackle. Hi, Holy Spackle. You're right about the nickel and diming. There's no way ALR isn't the kind of friend that at restaurant charges you for every bite of your shared appetizer. Exactly. Exactly. We have seen her do that kind of shit before. And it's just like, I'm sure that that was the situation. So yeah, Becky's response when she was like, y'all need to chill was like not a great response. But let's look at who she's had as like an example, right? How many times has Amberlynn said in her streams, what you all need to like be thinking about is, what y'all need to be considering is, no, no, we don't need to be considering it. It's nice of you to bring it up, but it's just like that type of language has been the type of language that has just like permeated Becky's experience with YouTube, and she thinks that that's just how people freaking talk to their followers. Suspension needs to be hanged fairly often. Oh, well, and they live in Kentucky, which I know like they live in Lexington isn't like the most mountainous area, but like anytime that they're like going out to places and stuff, it's gonna be freaking hilly and stuff. I'm playing nice for now, Spackle. I'm playing nice. Since you said that we have till the end of the year. Change. Okay, it needs to be changed fairly often. So that might be part of it too. And the car is taken care of at this point. But like I said, Becky's response to like when people were like, "Hey, we gave you that money for the car," and like you say that like you're spending it, giving money to Amberlynn, which Amberlynn again is like, "Oh, I gave her $2,600." How much you want to bet that Amberlynn figured out how much half of Becky's expenses were and was like, "Okay, well, I'll pay you that." Yes, Spackle. You are the devil a little bit. For those of you who don't know, Spackle stole Math Pig's little knitted Scotsman and is holding it ransom. And now we have to get all of the cheesecake gift cards. That's what she wants. She's giving us till the end of the year. Oh, camera went out of focus. Hello? Hello? There it goes. So, yes, she's the devil. Just kidding. I love you, Spackle. But okay, so the whole Discord thing. If you guys aren't familiar, a while back there was this channel that I don't think her name was called Kinda Good, Kinda Sav back then. It might have been called something else. Um, but she did kind of like an unboxing review thing of one of Becky's um, commissions. It was like a little jewelry box. And it was kind of like a sweet little review kind of video. One second. Sorry, that was gross. Um, but Sav did this video where she was like basically unboxing it, and it was a very sweet, very kind video. And there were some things that were like, that's, she maybe could have done it better, but she did like word it in a very kind and compassionate way. And when Becky basically started kind of branching out on her own and stuff, and I'm not sure if it was like before the GoFundMe had gone up, but it was certainly before the GoFundMe, like the community post had gone up. That was just like, oh, Becky, like that was quite rude of you. But Sav had joined Becky's Discord. And at that point in time, there were like no mods, like nobody was really kind of taking care of things. I think Rafe was mostly taking care of stuff, but like she didn't even really want to be taking care of it. It was just like she's friends with Becky, so she's taking care of it. And somebody had asked, hey, if people wanted to apply basically to be a mod, which is something that I went through in my own Discord. And Sav had volunteered to be a mod, and they like made her like a mod in training. And then I think it was Rafe, or maybe it was the creator of the Discord, had seen her video about the unboxing and was like, okay, I've seen your stuff, like you seem really sweet, and I'll go ahead and make you a full mod. And she was like, cool. I think she had some experience modding, which is a little bit surprising to me because of like kind of the way that she acted by her own admission. Now you can go back and watch the video. She actually does a video where I think she did 2 videos where she kind of talked about like why she went off in the Discord and like kind of what happened. But basically Becky was not really available in the Discord very much at all. I think that there had maybe been like one direct message. Now there was this whole thing about like Becky had like lost the login and this, that, and the other, and like then she had to like create a new login, and then like people added her back, and they were like, okay, this is Becky. Like they're not like the owner of the account, but that is Becky. And so people, but still nobody could really get a hold of her. And then people were basically making a lot of comments about the GoFundMe. At this point, the GoFundMe had gone up, and I believe it was still before that first post. Now, or I think there was like an initial post, but it was before the long, really yucky one. Now, when the yucky post went up, there was a flood into the Discord of people saying, hey, you need to respond to this like GoFundMe scam shit. Becky came out and made basically a post saying, isn't the scam, get off my back. Right? Kind of to the same effect as the yucky post, but in a briefer form. And people did not really like it, including Sav, who I think was, if not the main mod at this point, was one of the main mods. And at that point, I believe they sent a message to Becky and just kind of went off and started just posting not nice things in the Discord. One sec. I kind of went a little bit off the rails, which is a little bit scary because just as like an online creator, like it is like a little bit scary sometimes when it's like you don't know your mods like IRL. And there's some of them that like MathPeg for the most part I would trust IRL, but at the same time, like he's never freaking here. He's always at work and shit. So like my mom is one of my mods, but she's not on the Discord so much, you know? And I mean, it's like that kind of thing where it's like, I do trust my mods, but this is the type of thing that you kind of always worry about. And this is why you kind of always have like a team of mods and kind of give like levels of permission, right? But I'm not saying that like Sav was completely unjustified. Like I understand like why she was upset and why she kind of like went off the rails, and I get it when people like lose their shit. I also feel like sometimes when people have this, and I feel like kind of a bitch like saying this, but it's like I know a lot of you guys from the comments, and we are like acquaintances, but like you guys aren't like my IRL friends. And for me, it is kind of important that there is kind of that distinction and that barrier. And there are other creators, Spackle is one of them, who like I feel like we would be like legit friends if we ever did get to meet in person. But at the same time, we haven't met in person, you know? And so I feel like it is kind of scary sometimes when we hear stories about this where it's like that was somebody that she trusted and then she kind of went off the rails a little bit. But that being said, I think it's a lesson learned for Becky, for Amberlynn, for kind of everybody, and even other people who aren't necessarily in like the Amberverse genre. But it's like a lesson learned that yeah, keep an eye on stuff. And I feel like if you don't have the time to put into like keeping an eye on stuff, then you just don't have a Discord. And I think that was kind of Becky's mistake in that it was like obvious that Becky did not have time to be in a Discord, and she should have just said like, you guys are welcome to like have a Discord and invite me to a Discord about my content, but like it's not going to be my Discord. I'm not going to be the owner of it, you know, and that would have been fine too. Hello, Simos. Hello again. Yes, Spackle is here, playing nice for now. But yeah, we are going to get into a little reacty. This is, I don't know if you can see her little profile picture up here. I can't even point properly, but we'll see here in a minute. And it is kind of good, kind of sav on YouTube also. So actually, I should make her, I'll make me little. I'm still playing with this a lot, sorry. But yeah, let's give it a go. Because she did get 1,000 subs like that for her video kind of attacking Becky and going off in the Discord. So that is one way where you can apparently get 1,000 subs really fast. Did you know that, Timos? That if we just like really piss some people off and cause some serious drama in some bigger creators' Discords, that like we'll get our own followers. Yeah, no, I'm not going to suggest that. I think there's like no sound at the beginning. Okay, there it is.
Because today I'm going to recreate Becky's Pride Box. So I'm about to head on over to the nearest dollar store.
Hi, Sims. Can you guys hear her?
Hey guys, I'm home now. I'm at my table and I'm ready to go. So I went to Dollarama. I didn't go to Dollar Tree.
So much crinkling.
And then I decided I like Dollarama better. Totally like ask any Canadian, okay? All my homies love Dollarama.
I was gonna say we don't have Dollarama in the US.
I also grabbed a nice coffee, mostly just because I wanted one, but also it seems kind of appropriate if we're making like a buy Pride box to go get nice coffee.
I have Diet Coke today. Sorry.
So I'll show you guys what I went and got. I got a box. Now they had like a lot of boxes, but none of them were really like perfect for what I want. Like I have Becky's box right here as a reference, and they did have some round boxes, but they were like gigantic. And so for small boxes, the most similar thing I could get was this one, which is rectangular. But I mean, achieves the same effect. It has 2 latches on the back, 1 on the front.
I wouldn't call that the same effect, but it's similar.
This one, I put the potpourri back in it. So, you know, we'll achieve the same effect here. Some people actually found what I think does look like the box that my box is made of, but it's from a store that we don't have in Canada called Hobby Lobby. It was like $3 or $4 or something like that.
I think they have them at Michael's.
$25, so you know, whatever. And it looks to be honestly about similar in quality. I grabbed a whole bunch of paints. I grabbed all the colors.
Now, I feel like a lot of this is going to be like about her basically being like, oh, well, I can make this for really cheap. But like the whole point was that like you reached out to Becky and got a commission from Becky, and like you know, paid this like budding artist a commission for her work. So I feel like this video is going to be like a price comparison, but it is interesting to me, like the 180 between the previous video where it was like, oh, and then she did this, and this is kind of messed up, but that's okay, and like this, that, and the other. And this, it's going to be like, well, I got this for $1.25, and I got this for, you know, I got some cheap paints, and yeah, it's just interesting to me.
All need. So white, blue, purple, and pink. They didn't have like sealant, so I got what I think potentially Becky might have used as sealant, which is Mod Podge. Pack of paintbrushes.
I will say,
everything I bought was $1.
As somebody who like does paintings, acrylic paintings, it is really, really hard to find an appropriate sealant that doesn't get a little sticky or a little gummy. And I do remember that was like one of her issues with the box was like, oh, it just was a little like like the paint stuck when she opened it and that sort of thing. And I will say that like the stuff that my wife uses for like, you can't see her big paintings, but like it's expensive, like the sealing stuff, just so that like you can like put, you know, plastic over it and it isn't going to stick, and still have that like really kind of glass mirror finish, because yeah. So if this box was like less than, you know, $70, I'm gonna say $60, $70, like, yeah, you you're going to expect that it's going to maybe have like a little gumminess to it if it's going to be like a shiny finish. If it's a matte finish, that's different. But I think that you had said that you had asked for like a gloss finish. So I don't know. Just my thoughts on that.
$1.25 each. That's like pretty standard. At dollar stores in Canada, nothing's ever actually $1. It's usually $1.25 or more. Fun fact. Actually, I think it says that on the bag. Yeah, $1 plus it says. So whatever. And then
not really a dollar store,
don't know that are not for this. Like I needed parchment paper and stuff. So I got a few things that are this. So what I'm gonna do is after I make all this, I'm gonna like estimate the cost of materials actually, because I think that might be interesting. I don't think I'll use like all the paint or anything like that. So
I'm gonna put her at
speed
half.
The only things that I couldn't really find at the dollar store that I need is, well, okay, I could find it glitter, but they only had like giant tubs of glitter, and I have so much glitter at home because I actually love doing my own like acrylic and gel nails. So I have a lot of glitter, so I thought, you know what, I'll just factor
She and I have that in common.
For my own personal.
Those of you who don't know, you probably already know that I am a licensed nail tech, though I haven't done nails in quite a while.
Glitter collection. So yeah, I guess I'll get going. I'm not sure if I'll speed this up or if I'll chat. Maybe I'll do like some base coats and then I'll come back and chat to you guys once the like first coats are dry. Also, I think to save time for the video, I'll see.
Sorry about all the noises.
Becky, the bottom of this box is painted, but like if I have to wait for it to dry and then flip it over and shit, and it's just for myself because I'm goofing around like whatever. If you guys hear noises while I was out running errands, I haven't got Freddie any toys, so he's over there freaking out.
You know what would be really nice? It'd be really nice if you put like felt on the bottom. I like that for like nice jewelry boxes where it's like I know that it's not going to like scratch up my and I think at Michael's like a piece of like sticky back felt is like less than $1. So you can just cut the size that you want.
About Becky, or a movie video, oh my god, a video about Becky. And I just happen to be wearing my finest graphic tee. Yeah, good tee. So why not also
I love a good graphic tee.
Authenticity. I found a snapback.
Hey. Oh, I also have a snapback.
Weird on me. No wonder I don't wear hats. Does it look better like this? I mean, not really. We'll go with it. Jesus. Okay, got a cup of water. Got some paper towel. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna paint the inside white first. Get that laid down, and then I'll try painting the outside with like. I'm not sure if I'm gonna need 1 or 2 coats.
I look really dumb in hats.
But I think I've actually used it before for stuff.
The squeaking is really annoying.
Well, I guess we'll find out. Hey guys, just an update. Just finished painting the inside white. It actually took me like no time at all, and I barely used any of this bottle of paint. So that's fun. I'm gonna paint the outside now, or do my best. Can
she not take the toy away from the dog? Is that like maybe like let the dog play with the toy in the other room? Like I don't know. Just thoughts. Just thoughts.
I'm not like good at painting at all, so this probably is gonna look like ass, but we'll see. I think I'm just gonna paint like right down the middle with the blue and pink, and then do the lightning bolt after, I guess. I don't really know. Also, it's kind of hard to do with like the inside still wet, so I guess I'll just do my best here. Hey guys, I keep fucking up the back because I keep running into the parts where I let the white paint drip all over it. The back is gonna look so bad. Literally, I keep touching it and getting fucking paint all over my hands.
See, it's not easy.
I'm not an artist. Ah!
It's not easy.
It's been like 10 minutes. It's really not taking me that long, actually. This is what I've done so far. I've got the pink laid down on the outside, and then the white on the inside.
I mean,
I'm not really able to touch it in very many.
It might look a little nicer if you spend a little bit more time on it. I don't know. Just a thought. She does look really cute in that hat. Like, I gotta say, she looks way cuter in hats than I do.
Places anymore because I keep getting fucking paint all over my hands. So next, I thought I'd film while I do the blue and maybe just chat a little bit because there are some things I want to say, especially after this morning. So, oh my god, I woke up this morning and looked at my phone with delirium, like I always do because I'm not a morning person. And the first thing I saw was a notification from YouTube that I'd hit 1,000 subscribers, and I was like,
that is a little like it's an interesting technique, but I guess she doesn't have like a palette. Now, granted, for like a lot of my stuff, I just use like I actually have just a yogurt lid sitting here for when I do crafties. But pouring it directly on the box is not exactly the most elegant way to do it. You're not going to get really the most accurate with it unless you do like lots of little. I mean, maybe she is, but yeah, interesting technique.
Holy shit, I'm awake now. Like, oh my goodness, what, really? So holy shit, you guys, thank you so much. I don't even, it's so cool. I didn't think anyone would watch. I say this in like every video that oh fuck, I touched it again. I say in every video like, oh, no one will probably watch this, but like, genuinely, it's so cool. So thank you so much, you guys. It's so awesome. And like everyone's been so nice to me for the most part, and I appreciate it so much because it very
For the most part.
feedback really helps, like knowing what's
Okay.
working and what's not working. And people have a lot of really awesome.
She's doing the
ideas
palette
and,
technique with
suggestions and stuff.
the
Like for
plastic
example, I'm
bag.
creating the box right now with dollar store supplies was an idea that somebody gave me. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it. And yeah, it's awesome. I mean, there's a lot of channels that have really helped me out along the way too. It's been like a hell of a 2 week span. I mean, I know I put up my first video, which was the unboxing, like around the end or mid-September, but like nobody really watched it until like 2 weeks ago. For some reason, it sat there unwatched as I thought it would. It had like maybe 40 views max, and then all of a sudden it just fucking exploded.
It did
So
just like pop up in my
really
recommended
cool.
one day.
I really appreciate that.
It was a little different, but
yeah,
it was
there's been
cool.
a few channels too, like other YouTubers who have been really helpful, and I appreciate it so much. It's been like so nice to feel supported.
That is really nice when you like
for a while.
find a community. Like I know Spackle and Simos are in the chat, and like I do feel like I went through some shit. You guys know, when my some videos kind of like got a lot more views than I was used to, and then some people came after me for some like other videos that I did after that. And it was interesting, and it was really nice, you guys, that like were kind of there and were supportive and were like, no, like we know that you're not like that you're not lying, that you're not saying shit that isn't true and shit like that. So yeah, it is nice to have that sense of community. For sure. I feel like the pink looks a little patchy on there, Sav. I don't know. Are you going to do a second coat? She might be going to do a second coat.
That I really love, Alex is Shook. He actually, I think, was the first one. He like featured my first Discord video, clips of that in his video, and I was like, holy shit, because I actually love him. I don't really watch a lot of like other like I don't watch a lot of the like reaction channels or like.
I do like Alex is Shook.
Mostly just because I like watching the content myself usually. But for people like Chantal,
he's just really clever and funny.
Recaps of everything from Alex, because like Chantal Foodie Beauty, she's constantly live streaming, and unless you have 20 hours a day to sit there and watch it, like you're gonna fall behind. So I like that he kind of recaps the major points. Anyway, the whole point of that is to say it was so cool that he featured me in his video. And then someone else.
I don't watch Chantal, like I don't watch her at all, but I will watch sometimes reaction channels like talk about her. And I think I did watch one of Alex's Shook, one of his responses to a Chantal video.
On their channel that's been really, really nice to me is Monty. His channel is called Stories from the Internet. And he also talks about like Amber and Chantal. And he is so cool and nice too. He watched my unboxing video in a live stream. And he was so sweet. He let me know beforehand, and he was very nice the whole time. The subscribers were really sweet about it in the chat. Like, it's a really good time. And he's also taken the time to like give me some tips on things. Like, for example, he noticed on one of my videos that I didn't have subtitles turned on, and I honestly didn't even know. Like, I didn't even know. So yeah, Monty's awesome too. You should definitely check out his channel. He does a lot of like live streams, and
it's really hard to turn.
Alex too. I really recommend his channel as well. I really like him. I think he's sweet. But
subtitles on now.
People is that they kind of recap the info and they do give some opinion, but they're not just fucking dunking on these people all day, making jokes about them at their like expense of their physical appearance and stuff like that, which I appreciate. That's something that I kind of value too. I mean, I think I'm critical of these people on my videos, but the thing is that I'm talking about their actions and their words, and I think that's kind of the most appropriate way to go about it.
You're a little hypercritical though.
You're not going to catch me ever like I don't know, like making fun of someone's appearance, right? For example, making fun of someone's face,
which is nice.
I might talk about someone's weight, but I will never sit here and be like, haha, they're fat and ugly. I'm just not going down that road.
Good.
I appreciate that. Already, again, in the like 2 weeks that I've actually been active on YouTube, that have sort of made videos about me.
Oh my gosh, this dog sound in the background.
And I mean, I'm not really bothered. I can't help but think that like if you're a YouTuber and you're reacting to another YouTuber, like myself, and the road you want to go down is to like make fun of my face, make fun of my body, comments about like my mouth, my eyes, my face, again, my body. It sucks. There's always going to be people like that. But
I feel like that's going to be. Here's the thing. That's not like just reaction channels. Okay, when I first started streaming, I was doing like mental health content, and I had people come after me and tell me that I was ugly and like try and put me down and stuff like that. When I was specifically doing like content where I was talking about like having anxiety and depression, which I felt was particularly interesting. I'm not going to get into like all of that so much, but like even when I was like doing gaming content, which like gaming is kind of like notorious for people harassing female content creators, but like anything that you get into, people are going to like make fun of you. Besides Okay, besides maybe crafting. Like I will say that like the crafting community is pretty freaking wholesome. For the most part, I've not had like people like trolling my streams and stuff when I do crafting content, but that's about it. About it.
I'm done painting like all the base colors on the box, so I think I need to like walk away for a little bit. The paint honestly looks like it's drying pretty fast already.
Good.
Oh fuck, it's so sticky. It's so sticky already.
They are those
right,
like
I'll be back in a bit, maybe once it's dried off a little bit more.
cheapy paints that like do kind of dry quickly.
Hey guys, I'm back. I'm in my fluffy sweater, no snapback.
I am going to do a quick pause here as well because I have a tiny granny bladder, so I'm sorry, but I'll be right back. Give me just a minute. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I did actually use the restroom before I came on stream, but I wanted to like show you guys my Hunted Killer mug, so I drank a bunch of Diet Coke. That's probably part of the problem. All right.
It's been about an hour and a half, and the box is like completely dry already.
Cool.
Oh shit.
Or is it?
Well, okay, it's like dry to the touch, but if I touch a blobby part, then it apparently goes all over my head. Whatever, that's okay.
So did you do nice smooth coat or not?
Purple lightning bolt down the middle, on the side, and the top. I don't think I'm gonna do the bottom, just because that'll make this take so much longer. Because I'll have to wait for it to like completely dry so I can flip it over and paint on the bottom, and I don't think I have the patience for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the lightning bolt. Oh my goodness, guys, I don't know about this. This is kind of pitiful.
Yeah. Also, that type of paint doesn't do really a very good job of like.
I'm almost done though, because I really want to do.
Doesn't have the most opacity to it.
Also, in keeping with trying to be authentic to the original box, I'm not painting the latches completely, and I'm also not avoiding them completely. I'm just sort of letting some of the paint go on it. Yeah, authentic to the real.
I thought that you said that the issue with the one was that like some of the lashes were painted and some of the lashes weren't painted. But okay, whatever. Just a little tip for you if you guys are ever like trying to use that like deco art acrylic paint, because it's really not very opaque at all. If you add like the tiniest drop of white to it, or if it's a dark color, the tiniest drop of black to it, a lot of times that will just like help with the opacity a little bit. But that white actually will do a lot more than the black. Even if it's a darker color, if you don't mind lightening it up just a touch, add a drop of white to it, and it will like make it a lot more opaque. Just FYI.
You guys, like there's paint on the latches too on the real one in random spots, so we're good. Okay, I just have a little bit of purple left to do. So something that I talked about with someone is people, well, mostly I think two people specifically were asking me like, oh my gosh, what if we did like a contest of people recreating the box? Like, because I was telling them how I'm going to recreate the box. I think I said it in a video. I don't know if I can do like a proper contest, as in like something with like a prize and like picking a winner who like wins something. But it would be really fun if you guys do feel like recreating this.
A real tiniest drop.
I can like make a video showcasing them. So if you want, go ahead and make your own box. It can be based on the original box. If you need some
really
my original unboxing video, I'll put a link in the description for it. Or you can like freestyle. You can make your own Dollarama box. Or you can base it on a different box that Becky did. Becky did like a bunch of different Pride boxes, each interesting in their own way, and they showcase them on their Instagram page, which is kind of good, kind of bad art. So check them out, and yeah, like tweet at me or DM me on Twitter if you have pictures of a box that you make. And let's say in 2 weeks and a day, so you have a weekend to do it, like Saturday. I'll put the date here because I'm not in front of a calendar. Just like DM me pictures of box you make, and yeah, I'll do like a video just showcasing them all. I did the lightning bolt in purple. What do you guys think? The colors are different because I could have made my
colors are quite different.
I can't be bothered. So if you want to go ahead and recreate this or create a different box and I'll show it off, feel free to do that and send it to me. If nobody sends me anything, that's okay too. You don't have to. It's kind of annoying to do this just for this, but if you enjoy doing creative things,
I'll do it.
I'm gonna stop filming.
Do you guys want to watch me do it?
Hey guys, I'm back, and guess what? I'm done pretty much. So refresher, here's the original box.
You guys want me to do it for 600?
Boys, and then it says girls on the bottom because this was meant to be like a bi pride flag.
I'm pan.
So I tried to recreate it as closely as I could with the materials I had, but listen, I didn't do the exact same thing on the outside. So there's no boys, girls on the inside. I decided to do something special since this video is supposed to be like a stupid little thank you. So here's my box.
Yes, Leah.
On the outside looks pretty damn similar, I'd say. But I nailed the essence. But on the inside, thank you for. I found these cheap stickers at the dollar store of like letters and numbers. Thank you for. It's so stupid.
That's really cute. Okay, I really like that though. I really like that though.
Anyway, I'm probably going to end up Mod Podging it with some glitter pretty soon here because I'm really impatient and I can't be bothered to wait. Also put a
okay, now I want to make one of these.
Sure. Okay, so all the paints together, each bottle of these paints was $1.25. But the thing is that I used so little of each one. I think at absolute max, I used maybe the equivalent of one entire bottle of paint. So let's say $1.
Okay, here's the thing though, is like when you have to buy colors for a commission, like you don't get to go to the art store and be like, you know what, actually I would like 1/3 of one tube of paint. Plus I don't know if Becky used like deco art or if she actually used like folk art paint, which is a little bit more expensive, a little bit better quality, because I do think that she did say that she used like the like acrylics like these, or she might have used like tube acrylics. Those are like a lot more expensive. They're like $20 sometimes for a tube. So depending on the brand, but like saying, oh well, I used like maybe total one bottle of paint from this like dollar store paint, so it's like $1 worth of paint. No, that's not how it works with a freaking commission.
25 for paint, $1.25 for the box.
This is where I'm going to get a little nitpicky, so sorry, but it's coming.
$1. Yeah, $1.25 for the paintbrush set. Sorry, I don't know why that was so difficult for me to get out. $1.25 for the Mod Podge. I think that's it. I paid for the stickers $1.25, but you know what? Those aren't authentic, so I won't factor that into the cost. Some glitter from home I already had. This is really cheap glitter. So
yeah, I think that she's like trying to say that like, oh, this box that she made for, sorry, where did it go? This box that she made for, I think it's going to be like less than $10 or whatever, is like the same quality as the one that Becky made, which again, like you're paying for an art commission, so you're paying to have Becky's artwork, right? Whatever the value of Becky's artwork is to you. Okay. If you had an issue with the box, like maybe you should have said something previously, and obviously you didn't. When you did your previous unboxing, you were happy to have it. So like, it's just, yeah, it's a little bit frustrating to me, but yeah. I kind of get what she's saying, but at the same time, so we'll say I kind of
like 5 cents worth of it, honestly, if anything. So I'll total that up because I haven't been keeping track of what
again, the glitter, like you don't get to say, oh, I only use 5 cents worth of glitter on, like, okay, if you are making like a whole ass batch of shit to like sell it at like a craft bazaar or something like that, then absolutely figure your prices like that. But if you are getting a commission for something, you don't get to say, oh, you know what, I'm gonna go to the store, I'm gonna get, can I please have 7 flakes of glitter? Like, no, it doesn't work like that. So yeah, she's saying, oh well, it's $5 Canadian. Okay, but you're paying for Becky's art.
And I'll add it together. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
I mean, it is cute. I will give her that, but it is cute. I want to get a little box now. So here's the deal. I already have brushes. I already have glitter. I just need the box and maybe a couple colors of paint. Thank you, All Cats No Gluten. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Pay artists for their labor and tip them. Please and thank you. Yes. I also don't think it's the same as the other box, but if you're getting a commission and it's a painted wood box that you know you could make, either pay it or don't be mad, or make it yourself. Pay it and don't be mad, or make it yourself. Exactly. Exactly. And that's what I feel like this is just like, she's trying to be like, after the fact, after she's already released a video where she's like, oh, see this box that I got from Becky, isn't it cute, blah, 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 all positive reactions. Then after she gets into like a little thing with Becky where Becky doesn't pay her enough attention on Discord, which, I mean, bless you mods, I know that I don't pay you enough attention on Discord, which is why I'm trying to figure out if I can get you guys all Christmas presents because you guys are awesome. But yeah, like she got basically her feelings hurt and then went off in Becky's Discord. And then now she's trying to say, oh, that it wasn't worth the money that she paid for it. And that's what I have an issue with. That's what I have an issue with. See, I always get something below my budget off an art sheet so I can tip. That's beautiful. Thank you for doing that. So if it's a $60 for a full color burst, then get the $40 line art and leave a tip. Yes. Yes, I agree. I don't know if it's full Karen, but she's definitely partially Karen. She's gone partial Karen at this point. Catch me telling my sister-in-law, who's an artist, that there is no family discount and I won't let her discount her art for us. Yes. Yes, exactly. Exactly. I mean, I know that there are times when like my wife has given people family discounts and stuff like that, where it's like, because A, she knows that it's going to be appreciated. And B, it's not like it's like, there's this thing as an artist, and I've been to art school. Like I said, I'm a licensed nail tech. That's not what I do now. My wife does do art commissions, but there's like this thing where it's like, there's this value in like, they have it forever. And when you sell it to like Joe Schmo off the street or Sav off of online or whatever, you don't necessarily know that you're ever going to see that piece again. So you're like giving like a part of your soul away forever. And there is something about like when it is like a family member where it's like it's going up in their house and you're going to see it. Where some artists, and this isn't like a like artists should, but it's some artists will say, okay, like I will sell that to you for a little bit less because I know that it's going to be appreciated. It's going to be hung in a beautiful place where I know where it's going to be hung, and I'm going to get to see it. And that's not the same thing, you know, as just like, oh well, I get a family discount, and then I'm gonna like, you know, give it to my friend or whatever. Like no. Pay artists. Trail of Debris, we are talking about it's a channel called Kinda Good, Kinda Sav, and she did previously had done a reaction to one of Becky's commissioned boxes and then decided to recreate it with dollar store materials. So yeah, that's what we were doing today, but it will be up for replay if you want to go and watch that. Now, I'm not ashamed to tell art friends to not get me presents and give me a sketch. Yes. One of the most treasured things in high school was a little cow drawing. Oh, yes, absolutely. That's some of the most treasured things that I've gotten have been like things that friends made. And I feel like that is absolutely like adds another layer to it. Also, if you are a starving artist, sometimes you did have to buy like 4 different colors of paint for like a commission that you did or whatever. And then you have like however much left over of those bottles. Like sometimes it is nice to be able to like give a gift like that where you know that yes, you're putting your time and your effort, your love into it, but you maybe don't necessarily have to put as much like money into it because there's supplies that you already had. But again, that's not to disvalue artists that are friends, and that's not to say that you should like get commissions for you should get a discount on commissions because you're friends with an artist. Nope. This is for Christmas/holiday cards, so they technically aren't forever. Okay. Well, but like still some people like they're still treasured. They're still treasured works of art, you know. It's still like And some people do keep like Christmas cards and a shoebox forever. But yeah, I get that. I get that. Nothing more exciting than having a friend have something a friend made with love. Yes, I much prefer that over Bath and Body Works. Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, yes. But they're buy 3 get 1 free. Or buy 2 get 1 free. I think it's buy 2 get 1 free. I used to work directly across the mall, like I think it's called a drive aisle. No, the drive aisle is the big one in the store. I don't know, but the big aisle in the mall. I used to work directly across from a Bath and Body Works, and sometimes when I was just like having like a day, I would be like tell one of my part timers just like watch the store for 5 minutes, and I would just go into Bath and Body Works and just go smell stuff. God damn it. See. Most exciting thing anyone ever did was to draw art of a fanfic I wrote. Oh my gosh. I found out weeks after it was posted, and I wish I could have tipped the artist, but I'm broke AF. Yeah. I get that. I get that. But like, I bet even just like you liking and commenting on the post was probably like made their freaking day. I bet. I bet. So you can get just that little bit of commission or get rid of the rest of your tube. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, it's when you buy a tube of paint, it's like I was saying, like, when you buy a tube of paint or a particular color marker or whatever for a commission, it's not like you only use the part that you got for the commission, right? Or it's not, you might only use the part that you got for the commission, but it's not like you can only buy that part. I don't know if I'm explaining that very well. Oh, shush, Simon. Yes, okay, Simos is right. If you can hit the like button, it does help. I always feel bad asking for it. That was attached to a comment about making men shop where you can buy secondhand art supplies. Ooh, oh, okay. I missed that comment. I'm sorry. I mean, okay, there are people who like break down, but like again, a lot of times that's for if they're like making a big, like a banquet, or if it's like a restaurant where it's like they are buying those supplies in bulk and they're going to use them all. Um, but yeah, I do feel like when they're like, "Oh, this is the cost of the recipe," like unless you already had that shit in your cabinet, that is not the cost of the recipe. Oh, you can only buy salt in 1 kilo packs, but you're really only using a tiny pinch, so it's only 3 cents. Ooh, boo. That is, I believe that is Owo was what you meant to type there. I think Cirrus would say that it's actually spelled and pronounced Owo. Owo. That sounds like a really awesome place where you could get secondhand art supplies. All right, guys, I am going to jump off because I need to take a little break and do some things around the house before I go and check out Simos' stream on Formula One racing later today. Go check him out. I'm learning a lot about racing, and they're going to be talking about the race yesterday in Mexico. So I think that there's going to be lots of fun jokes and stuff. Simos and Fabio are always a good time. They're a good time. Thank you, Trail of Debris. It is. Oh, boo. No, I really actually don't have any skin in the game as far as the battle of Owo versus Uwu. But I do know that is something that irritates Cyrus the Skeptic. So I think it's funny. I just think it's funny. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off. I feel like ordering a jewelry box from like Michael's now and seeing if I think I can get it with like where they like bring it out to the car and like put it in my back seat kind of thing. Just because I'm like quarantining until I can get a test and everything. So I don't want to like actually go into a store, but now I'm like itching to make a jewelry box. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Love you. See you next time. Bye.